Start with the class. Okay. So discussed about noise pollution, what are the causes of noise, what are the harmful effects of noise pollution, and then we also discussed that how we can control and prevent noise pollution. Yes, Elsa, we also discussed about the differences between music and the noise, right? So basically with that, we have finished off the chapter number 13, sound. And soon I will post an assignment in your Google Classroom regarding the completion of keywords and textbook question answers of this particular chapter, right? So today I plan to begin with the new chapter because we have to finish 5 more chapters before February only, because I want to save the whole month of February just for the sake of solid revision so that you can score good marks in your final examination, right? So today we will move on to the new chapter, that is lesson number 14, and that is chemical effects of electric current. Chemical effects of electric current, right? Okay, so about this, what is electricity, what is electric current, right? We have already discussed in 6th standard, and in 7th standard we have already discussed 2 effects of electric current in detail, right? Okay, so let me see. Okay, so Anushri, you are asked, you have not posted the assignment for friction, keywords and question answers. Actually, at that time, I was not dealing with your subject, but even if it is not posted, then I will suggest that at least, since we are not having that normal, regular physical classroom teaching, where I used to give you additional question answers and all these things. At least for every chapter, you all have to solve your keywords and textbook question answers in your copy, whether it is posted in the assignment or not. जो भी चैप्टर्स कंप्लीट होंगे साइंस में, आपको हर चैप्टर के जो कीवर्ड्स हैं और जो एनसीईआरटी एक्सरसाइजेज हैं वो आपको लिखना है, बिकॉज इन एक्सरसाइज ऑल्सो वी कवर मैनी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस. ओके, तो अगर मैडम ने नहीं पोस्ट किया है तो भी उसको लिख लेंगे.
Okay.
Yes. So in 7th standard, you already learned about 2 more effects of electric current, that is heating effect of current and magnetic effect of electric current, right? Now before that, let's start from 6th standard. In 6th standard, there you learned the definitions of, or you learned the distinction between good conductors and the bad conductors or insulators. Means in 6th standard we discussed that the solid substances, the solid materials, they can be divided into 2 categories: conductors and insulators. Am I right? In 6th standard we discussed this thing. So quickly, who will tell me the difference between the two, conductors and insulators, and kindly follow the rule of the class that you have to raise your hand. Yes. Okay, so I can see many of them they have raised. So let's start with Ashani Singh. Tell Ashani.
Conductors are those who conduct electricity, and insulators are those who cannot conduct electricity.
Okay, yes, conductors are those solid materials which conduct electricity, means they allow electricity to pass through them. And insulators are those which don't allow electricity to pass through them easily, right? So there we have learnt about these conductors and insulators, right? And there itself we have learnt about a device by using which we can classify that whether the given material is a conductor or a insulator or an insulator. And I hope if you remember that that device name was conduction tester. That device name was conduction tester. Did you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Navya,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
want to add one more point. Tell what you want to add.
Conductors have free electrons, but insulators don't have free electrons.
Okay, that is also correct point. So here conduction tester we used to identify a conductor or an insulator. Anybody who knows how to make a conduction tester? किसी को याद है 6th स्टैंडर्ड में कंडक्शन टेस्टर हमने कैसे बनाया था? What materials did we used there? Okay, Snehal, tell. Okay, not responding. Khushi Verma. Yes, Khushi Verma. Okay, Siddhant.
Ma'am, the conductor tester was made by a bulb, three ends of a wire, and a battery.
Yes,
And
by yes,
we have
correct. Okay, so like this, we have taken a cell and to this we connected a bulb like this. So this is what this we have drawn a diagram for the conduction tester and how we used to just check it whether the conduction tester is working or not. By using this cell and these three wires and this bulb, we can make a simple device like this conduction tester. But before using it with any of the material, to find out whether the material is insulator or conductor, first we need to check that whether this our conduction tester is working or not. So to test that, what we used to do, that we used to bring both the wires in contact with each other for a very short period of time, just for a moment. The moment we used to join these two free ends of the wire, and if the bulb is glowing, then it indicated that yes, our conduction tester is working properly. But that we have to join for a very short period of time, right? Okay, now for example, if after even joining these two wires, these two free wires you have joined, right? You made a conduction tester and here you have joined these two free ends of the wire with each other. But you noticed that the bulb is not glowing. आपने कंडक्शन टेस्टर बनाया, वायर्स को जोड़ दिया, लेकिन आप नोट कर रहे हैं कि बल्ब तो जल ही नहीं रहा है, the bulb is not glowing. Then what could be the possible reasons why this bulb is not glowing? Why this bulb is not glowing? Yes, Twinkle. Any one reason from your side? Yes. Virat, tell.
Ma'am, it can have three reasons that a battery has drained out and it is not producing more electricity, and the second.
Okay, one at a time, one at a time. Okay, so according to Virat, that low battery we can say, or we can say the used cells. The cell which we have used for making this conduction tester, these are old ones, right? Okay, next Manvendra, what do you want to add?
Bulbs filament can be broken.
Okay, so the bulb which we have used in this circuit might be the possibility that its filament is broken, and the bulb whose filament is broken, we call such a bulb as a fused bulb. So maybe the possibility that the bulb which you have taken for making this conduction tester, it is fused, right? Okay, then what next? What next? Okay. Yes, Lakshita, will you tell? What could be the next reason?
The wires can be damaged.
Okay, damaged
But
wires, or we can say that is there might be a possibility of loose connections. There might be the possibility of the loose connections, right? So these are the three main reasons, that is, so Mukul Varma filament also damaged, that's right only, but we have already included in the second one, that is fused bulb. जिन बल्ब के फिलामेंट्स में ब्रेकेज होता है उनको हम क्या कहते हैं, फ्यूज्ड बल्ब, राइट? So these might be the possible reasons that this conduction tester is not able to work, right? Okay. Now another thing is that, like solid materials, they conducted. Okay, so Saksham, you are writing that there may be an air gap between the connection of wires, that right only, but that will also come in fused bulb and loose.
wire cannot fit properly.
लूज कनेक्शंस का
wire
मतलब ये कि आपने प्रॉपर कनेक्शंस नहीं किए और दो वायर के जंक्शन के बीच में एयर गैप रह गया, that itself implies towards the loose connection. Okay, so as we have solids conducting electric current and some solids not conducting electric current, in the similar manner liquids, they also conduct electricity. Till now, I was making you people to revise what we have learned in previous classes, and because these topics we are again going to connect with the current topic of this chapter. Okay, so like solids, liquids, they also conduct electricity, right? And the liquids which conduct electricity, we call them as good electrolytes. So generally for solid materials we use the term as conductor and insulator, right? But when it comes to the liquid, we use the term electrolytes. So the liquid solutions which conduct electricity, we call them as good electrolytes, and those liquids which don't conduct electricity easily, we call them as bad electrolytes. We call them as bad or poor electrolytes, means those liquid solutions which don't conduct electricity easily, right? Second thing, if you compare the electrical conductivity of solids and liquids, right, then we will find that the electrical conduction of solids is much better as compared to that of liquids. Means the liquid substances, they offer more resistance to the flow of electricity through them. So if you compare the conductivity of solids and liquids, then liquids as a whole, they conduct less electricity because they offer more resistance. Resistance means they don't allow electricity easily to pass through them. So electric current is flowing in this direction, but the liquid molecules, they will exert force in opposite direction. They want to stop the flow of this electric current. So we call that they are offering resistance. So they offer much resistance to the flow of electricity through them, and because of that, not much electric current passes through them, right? But as I also told you in 7th standard, that there is no material on this earth which can be called as as an absolute conductor or as an absolute insulator, because the materials, they conduct electricity depending upon their efficiency and resistance power. So it means that, for example, if here we are going to use the same conduction tester, and here we have placed one vessel in which we have dipped the bare ends of the wire. For example, so first here we have taken the normal water like this. So it is water in the vessel, and these bare ends we have dipped in this water. The conduction tester है, इस conduction tester में हमने एक vessel को join कर दिया, right? अब इस vessel के अंदर सबसे पहले हमने pour किया water, and what we did, we just immersed the bare ends of these two wires into the water, right? And we will notice that the bulb is glowing. So what does it show? It shows that the sample of water which we have taken in this vessel, it is a good electrolyte, or you can also say that it is a good conductor of electricity, because when you immersed these two bare ends in the water, so circuit was completed. And when circuit was completed, current flows through the solution. It reached to the bulb, and the bulb glows to produce light, right? Similarly, if we take lemon juice in the second case, अब हमने क्या किया, इस वेसल को खाली किया वाटर से, और अब हमने इसमें क्या ऐड कर दिया, लेमन जूस. Or you can take lemon juice solution also. You just take 1 cup of water and squeeze half of lemon juice in that cup full of water, and you are having that lemon juice solution ready. Pour it into the vessel, and when you again just immerse these bare ends in the vessel, so again you will notice that the bulb will glow. So that is lemon juice, right? So like that, we can test many of the solutions to know whether it is conducting electricity or not. But what happens that sometime the liquid which we have taken in this vessel, that liquid is conducting electricity, but the amount of electricity which is being conducted by the solution is very, very small. Means it is negligible quantity of electricity, right? So Siddhant Sharma, that you learn in higher classes about that is superconductor, because there we have another principle of doping which you learn in higher classes. कि उसका प्रिंसिपल एक अलग है जिस पर आप उसके पढ़ोगे. ओके, अभी हम इसको यहाँ पे डिस्कस करेंगे. Yes, right? So my point is that as I told you that liquids on an average, they are not very good conductors of electricity, but they do conduct. Now, if we are going to use this conduction tester which is having a normal ordinary bulb, then my point is that if this solution is going to conduct a very weak current, if very weak current is flowing through this solution, then it may be the possibility that the current is flowing, but this bulb may not light up. जो सॉल्यूशन आपने वेसल में लिया वो बहुत ही वीक करंट को कंडक्ट कर रहा है, बट इट इज डू कंडक्टिंग, बट दैट वीक करंट व्हिच इज फ्लोइंग थ्रू द सर्किट, it is not able to light this bulb. I hope you still remember the basic principle on which this our normal ordinary incandescent bulbs work. याद है किसी को? Do you still remember on what principle our ordinary electric bulbs work? Yes, Snehal. Snehal, are you there? You raised hand. Okay, Virat Avasthi, tell. You wrote, you remember. Tell.
Ma'am, heating effect of
Yes,
electricity.
the ordinary electric bulb, it works on the basic principle of heating effect of current. It means what happens when electric current passes through the filament of the bulb, the filament becomes heated, and it becomes heated to such an extent that it starts glowing to produce light. So my point is that if heat current is flowing through this circuit, so when this weak current is reaching to the filament, so that weak current is not able to heat up the filament to that extent so that it starts glowing. जो वीक करंट है वो इतना वीक है कि वो फिलामेंट को उस लेवल तक हीट ही नहीं कर पाएगा कि जिस लेवल पर वो पहुंचकर ग्लो करना शुरू करे, राइट? So it means that it is a possibility, and it happens that although in such kind of conduction tester, when we join with the solution, weak current might be flowing, but bulb may not be getting lighting up. So that can be added as a fourth reason that why your tester is not working well. आपने अगर सब चेक कर लिया, आपने नया बल्ब लगाया, आपने नया सेल लिया, आपने कनेक्शन दोबारा से अच्छे से उसको टाइट करके किए, and still if you are using a solution and the bulb is not lighting up, then reason may be that the current which is flowing through this circuit is a weak current. It means now we need such kind of improved testers which can help us to detect even a very weak current which flows through a circuit. अब हमें अपने इस टेस्टर को, कंडक्शन टेस्टर को थोड़ा सा इंप्रूव करना पड़ेगा कि अगर हमारे सर्किट में वीक करंट भी है तो वो उसको भी इंडिकेट करे, राइट? एंड फॉर दैट वी जस्ट कैन हैव one another kind of tester that is based upon the magnetic effect of current. I hope you still remember. So for making that one, we just have a cell like this, okay? And here just we have taken a discarded matchbox tray inside which we have placed a magnetic compass, and over this we have used a wire, right? So this is connected to this end, so here it is a free end and it is again a free end like this. So again you get a vessel. So that is another kind of conduction tester. And what materials we have used for making it? This is cell, this is matchbox tray, this is a compass, right? This is a compass. Yes, anyone want to ask? Snail, you raised your hand.
Ma'am, what happened if this activity is done? What happened?
Speak louder, Shireen.
What happened, ma'am? Ma'am, what happened
If we
do this activity?
I'm not able to follow what you are actually speaking. Either you write in the chat box.
Effect goes in compass.
What goes in compass means? आपको मेरा क्वेश्चन समझ नहीं आ रहा, चैट बॉक्स में लिखो, चैट बॉक्स में लिखो, ओके, राइट? So that is another conduction tester which we can make by using a compass and a matchbox, right? So this conduction tester can also help in detecting the current which is flowing through the circuit, because what happened to compass if you do this activity? Compass, okay. It means you don't remember the activity which you discussed in 7th standard. Here what happens that in this activity, if you are taking any liquid, in this vessel. For example, here we have taken a lemon juice sample, and we know that lemon juice, it is an example of the good electrolyte. It means current is flowing through the circuit. Now when current is flowing through the circuit, then it is also flowing through the wire. हमने इसमें क्या किया है, जो मैच बॉक्स, जो माचिस होता है जिसमें मैच स्टिक्स रखी होती है, उसको खाली करके यूज किया है, और उसके अंदर हमने छोटा सा मैग्नेटिक कंपास रखा है, और उस मैच बॉक्स के ऊपर हमने वायर को अच्छे से टाई अप कर दिया है, राइट? So what happens when here the current flows through this wire?
Yes.
Then the magnetic compass will show a deflection. जैसे ही सर्किट कंप्लीट होगा, इस वेसल में आप कोई गुड इलेक्ट्रोलाइट का सॉल्यूशन लेंगे तो वायर में करंट फ्लो करेगा, वायर में करंट फ्लो करेगा तो वायर एक मैग्नेट की तरह बिहेव करेगा, और मैग्नेट उस वायर के नीचे क्या रखा है, कंपास, that is itself containing a magnetized needle, and we know that when two magnets are brought closer, they either attract or they repel each other, and because of that this magnetic needle will show the deflection, right? So if we are going to test different kind of solutions by using this tester, then how to decide the result? That for the solutions for which this magnetic compass is going to show the deflection, they will be called as good electrolytes, and the solutions for which this compass is not going to show any deflection, for them we call that they are the bad or poor electrolytes, right? Because again here the possibility that although the magnetic compass, it can very nicely detect a weak current which is flowing through the circuit, but again we have some materials, some liquids whose conductivity is extremely very poor, means they conduct a very negligible amount of current. So for that we require even much more improvised, much more advanced conduction tester, and for that what we do, in our conduction tester, in place of a bulb or this magnetic compass, we make use of the device called LEDs. We make use of LEDs. Now what is LED? It stands for
light emitting diode.
light
Light emitting diode.
diodes. That is a full form. Light emitting diode, right? So the main speciality for these LEDs is that they can successfully detect a weak current which is flowing through the circuit. So what is their main purpose is that हमारा जो नॉर्मल बल्ब है वो वीक करंट को डिटेक्ट नहीं करेगा, जो आपका मैग्नेटिक कंपास वाला टेस्टर है वो कुछ एक्सटेंट तक आपकी हेल्प करेगा, बट वी कैन नॉट से दैट इट इज 100% रिलायबल. So to detect the presence of very weak current for sure in our circuit, we should rely on LEDs, light emitting diode, right? So they help us to detect weak current. Now these light emitting diode, as per structure wise, what they have, so they have as a case like this, and two leaves are there. We call them as leaves. So you will find that it has got leaves. So two leaves are there. One lead is longer and second lead is shorter. So the longer lead, that is this first one I am talking about. This longer lead is connected to. Please don't speak in between like this. Don't speak like this in between. Yes, it is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the shorter one, it is connected to the Negative terminal of the battery. Negative terminal of the battery. Yes. So that you have to remember. The shorter one is for negative and the longer one is for the positive. And this is what we say that the normal case of the LED. So this LED basically it requires very small quantity of electric current to light up. Okay. So the first important topic from this chapter is about LEDs. What is LED and what is its importance? So LED, it stands for light emitting diode. And why it is important? It is useful for detecting weak current in a circuit. Now, since by using LED in our circuit, we can also detect the presence of a weak current. That's why now we classify materials as good conductors and poor conductors. We don't use the term as conductors and insulators because now we know that there are some solutions, there are some materials which are conducting electricity, but they are conducting in a very weaker way. पर ऐसा तो नहीं कि वो बिल्कुल भी कंडक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, they are conducting but in a weaker way. That's why we have changed the classification from conductors and insulators to good conductors and the poor conductors. और यही classification आप आगे तक पढ़ेंगे. Because we don't have any particular material existing on earth which can be called as a proper insulator. वो हमारे लिए इंसुलेटर है, लेकिन अगर हम LED या आगे जाके और भी इम्प्रूव चीजें पढ़ेंगे जो बहुत वीक करंट डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. By using such kind of devices, we will come to know, yes, the material is conducting, but the level of conduction is weaker. So we categorize things now as good electrolytes and poor electrolytes, right? So that is about LED. And here, as I just can see, the time is almost up. So those who just joined late, please from next time be on time. So here first from 8th day, Dishti is present.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dishti, okay, present. Then Sophia Khan,
Absent.
Dakshacharya, Kishan Gujar.
Ma'am, Dishti Dhani present.
I marked your attendance, Dishti. Okay.
ma'am.
Prakash Singh, not present. In B section, Gunjan Rathore,
Absent.
absent. Kinjal Yadav, Ragini Shukla is present.
Present, ma'am.
I marked.
Ma'am, present, Ragini Shukla.
लगा दिया बेटा. साक्षी अवस्थी,
मैम वो पार्थ है.
जिनका हो गया था वो लीव कर दें.
yes, those who have already given attendance, you can just leave the meeting.